Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of LJ Law, Family Law TV. I'm Bonnie Leonardo, your host. Today's topic is what factors does the court use to determine which parent gets custody of their child? Before I get started, let me just remind you that if you have any questions at all in regards to any family law topics, feel free to contact me at the office or go into my website where I have different videos that cover different topics on family law questions that you have that might be helpful to you and your situation, or you can use to share with friends of yours that are in the same situation. So to begin, what factors does the court use to determine child custody? Basically, the courts look for what is called the best interest of the child. And what this means is what is in the best interest of the children? What are the needs of the child? That is the most important decision that the court looks at when determining custody of a child. The court looks at different factors. Some of those factors could be the mental stability of the parents, the physical stability of the parents, whether the parents have spent sufficient time with the children, what parent is technically or customarily the primary caretaker of the child, what parent is better able to take the children to their schools, to their extracurricular activities, what kind of relationship does the child have to each parent? Is the child closer to one parent than to the other parent? Is one parent abusive? These are many factors that the courts look at to establish custody of the children. It's not just a one thing decision. As you can know, children are the most important thing in family court, and it is a very serious decision that a court has to place a child in custody of the parents. One thing I can tell you that the courts do look at that seem to sway their decision is whether the parent who is given custody will continue to foster a relationship with the non-custodial parent. That's important because the court's obligation, so to speak, the court's primary focus is to be sure that the children continue to foster good relationships with both parents because it's in the best interest of the children. So that's one thing that the courts look at seriously in considering that. Like I said, there are many factors that the court looks at, so it's important for you to discuss this with an attorney, to sit down with your partner and possibly come to an agreement as to custody, as it is better for the two of you to have a decision amongst yourselves about custody of your child and not let a judge take that responsibility on, something that you might not be happy with. Again, it's a very serious decision, and I suggest that you try to come to an agreement between you and your spouse in deciding the custody of your children. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Go on my website. There are other topics that I have discussed in regards to custody and the child's best interest so that you can get more information to better help you. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.